Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Vati Online. In the digital signal processing lecture series, today we are going to see about zero input limit cycle oscillation. So what is zero input limit cycle oscillation means? You consider an IER digital filter. For this IER digital filters, we are giving a finite input sequence. And the output for this IER filter is a constant, and if you are looking about the output means it is slowly decaying to zero. So this is the general behavior of IER filter for a finite input sequence. And suppose if you are applying the finite precision arithmetic for representing this output. For example, you are using your output is 10011 like this, you can consider. So you are applying some rounding operation for 3 bits means you can make this into 100. This is called as finite precision arithmetic. So if you are representing your output in terms of finite arithmetic means in the output side you are getting the non-linearities, that is you are getting the oscillations in the output, and these oscillations are called as limit cycle oscillation, or you can also call it as zero input limit cycle oscillation. So now we can explain this behavior with the help of an example. Consider this example: y of n equal to x of n plus alpha y of n minus 1. Here y of n is the output, x of n is the input, and y of n minus 1 is the previous output. So in this case, let us assume alpha value is equal to 1 by 2, and here in the finite precision arithmetic we are using 3 bits only, that is b equal to 3, like that we are assuming, and also we are assuming that we are going to apply rounding operation here. For quantization, here we are applying the rounding operation here, and we also assume the input x of n as 0.875 for n equal to 0, and for the remaining cases it is 0. So these are our assumptions. So for this example, we are going to describe the zero input limit cycle oscillations. In order to implement this limit cycle behavior, we are developing a table, so which consists of n, x of n, y of n minus 1, then alpha into y of n minus 1. So here you are applying the quantization, that is rounding operation. We are applying q into alpha y of n minus 1, and final output y of n equal to x of n plus, here only we are applying the quantization operation. So we can assume n values from 0 to some value initially you assume, or let us start with n equal to 0. So n equal to 0 means what is our input value? Our input value is 0.875. So that we are writing in the next column 0.875. And what is y of n minus 1? So now only we started the sequence, so therefore there is no previous output. Therefore we are assuming here 0. Previous output y of n minus 1 is 0. Then again next column is alpha into y of n minus 1. Alpha value is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 0. Once again you are getting the 0 value. For this 0 you are applying the quantization, that is we are representing with the help of 3 bits. So 0.000. Now these two we are adding x of n plus q of alpha of y of n minus 1. So x of n is 0.875 plus 0. Your value becomes 0.875. Similarly, we are continuing the process. Now we are assuming n value is equal to 1. So n value is 1 means your input is equal to 0. So input we are considering as 0. Then y of n minus 1, that is previous output. Previous output you can take from here, it is 0.875. 0.875 divided by 2, you are getting 0.4375. So you convert that into binary, and we are taking 3-bit representation. So you are getting 0.100. So now we are adding the input as well as this value. The decimal equivalent of this one is 0.5 Here we are having 0. So therefore, you are getting the final output as 0.5. So now we are considering n value as 2. So in this case also, your x of n value is equal to 0 and the previous output is 0.5. So that only here we are writing. Then alpha into y of n minus 1, you can get 0.25. Again, you are converting that into binary representation and we are considering only 3-bit representation. So therefore, you are getting 0.010. So now, the binary equivalent of this one is 0.25. So already you are having x of n 0 and q of alpha of y of n minus 1 is 0.25. So therefore, the final output is 0.25. So in a similar manner, you can enhance the n value and for each case, you are calculating the final output. So next stage, you are getting 0.125 and again, for n equal to 4, again your previous output is 0.125. But if you are looking this one means, here also you are getting 0.001, here also you are getting 0.0011. So again here you are getting 0.125. Similarly, this pattern will be repeated for all the upcoming n values. Because here again you are getting 0.125, here also you are getting 0.001. So this value becomes 0.125. Here also it becomes 0.125. So our conclusion is, so after certain period you are getting the same values only. So that is, your output is oscillating between these values only. It is keep on oscillating between 0.125 as well as 0.125. This behavior is called as limit cycle behavior. So this can be represented by this diagram. Your first value is 0.875, second output is 0.5, next 0.25, then 0.125. So like that, this pattern is going. So your limit cycle behavior happened at n equal to 3. Again, greater than or equal to 3, you are getting the limit cycle behavior. So in the examination, you can write like this only. So when n value is greater than or equal to 3, the limit cycle behavior will be exhibited. So like that, we can conclude our problem. So I hope everyone understand this. So if you are having any doubt means, you can ask your doubts in the comment sections. So here we can also explain the deadband also. Actually the formula for deadband is y of n minus 1 less than or equal to 1 by 2 to power minus b 1 minus modulus of alpha. This is the deadband formula. So without using the formula, by looking this table itself, you can answer what is the deadband. So the 0.125, these values are called as the deadband of the particular filter. So that is the definition for deadband is the output of the digital filter is confined to a range of values in the limit cycle behavior. So that values are called as deadband of the digital filter. So you can verify your answer with this also. Here 1 by 2 you can write as it is and 2 power minus 3. So in this case we are assuming b value is 3. So 2 power minus 3. Again 1 minus modulus of alpha. That is also 1 by 2 only. So here 1 minus 1 by 2. Once again you are getting 1 by 2 only. This 1 by 2 as well as this 1 by 2 will cancel each other. And 2 power minus 3. That becomes 1 by 2 power 3, that is 0.125. So that value only you are getting here also. So from this table you can also define the deadband of the digital filter. And here one more thing, here we consider alpha as 1 by 2. So instead of this 1 by 2, if you are considering your alpha value as minus 1 by 2 means your final answer will be like this. So here you are getting 0.125 and your next value becomes minus 0.125. Then again your next value is 0.125. Then again next value becomes minus 0.125. So like that your oscillations occurs between 0.125 as well as minus 0.125. That will happen only when alpha value is negative value. So these are the examples for zero input limit cycle oscillations. If you are interested on this video, means like this video and also share this video and ask your doubts in the comment section. And also don't forget to subscribe my channel, Vaadhyaaya. Thank you. Thanks for watching.